In this little extra video that I'm recording for Chapter 9, I'm going to take the form that I've been working with, this one here, and then show you how to direct it to something that looks real. You can always use one of those online scripts if you want, like the book is demonstrating. But another option is to actually just create a second page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my form page, which apparently I didn't put in the Unit 6 folder. I put outside the folder, but I guess I'll put this there as well. I'm just going to call it thankyou.html. And of course, I don't need to have all the form stuff in there. Really, all I'm going to put in there is just a big H1 that says thank you. Now, a more appropriate thing to do is to build it into the design of your site. So I'm just going to save that. And then I'm going to go back and open up my form again because apparently it's no longer open. You can see here in the action tag that I created the action of thankyou.html. It just points to a file. It just so happens the file's in the same folder, so I don't need like folder structures, but it could be on a different server. The example that the author gave you is taking them to like his server where there's a script that runs. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that, and I'm going to reload the page. I'm going to come down here and click me. Oh, they want us to fill this out. Of course, I had to set up all these dumb rules. See how fast I am at filling that out? And go to the bottom and click me. Pretty magic, right? Seems like it did something, it really didn't do anything, but it simulates. Okay, so that's the technique you might want to employ. Another thing that you can do that actually would do something, maybe a little bit more than this, is remember you're learning all about your hyperlinks, right? You guys remember a hyperlink that was mail to, and then, you know, pick somebody's email address. For you, it would probably be like customer contact at, you know, joesgarage.com or something like that. But that's another approach that you could employ. So if I go back, then I do the click me. Oh gosh. All right. What it does is it invokes your default email program. Now that can be problematic. We already talked about how mail to links are kind of questionable and iffy, but it is a technique. But more importantly, take a look at the stuff it put inside the email. See that? That's the information on the form in basically the form field name, the value that went with it, and then a separator of the ampersand. So for example, first name equals, well, nothing. Last name equals ASDF, ASDF, right? So you can see the point there, right? So that's how the data is passed. And if we were to do a get and it was going through a URL, it would show that. Right. The point of me recording this video so that when you work on the assignment that goes with this, that you have a little bit of something that you can do with the form for now. You might opt to use what the author is recommending, which is fine. But you could also employ one of these two techniques, which I think are all both useful as well. Now, I also want to explain the assignment itself, because I usually get questions on it. So this is in Unit 6. And the one I'm referring to, namely, is this one that's add a form. And basically what I want you to do is the website that you've been working on, I want you to add a page that has a form. And I have criteria here for it, including that it has to have at least 8 form items. You can use whatever you want, but you should try a few of them, whatever might be appropriate for what you're doing. And then you can do exactly what I just did, which is you can redirect to some sort of a page, you can run the author's script, or you can do a mail to. Any one of those is fine. So that is something ideally that will fit into the design of the website you're building. So it won't be some generic page like I'm building. If you have like all your other pages look a certain way, this form should sit inside that design, right? Same navigation, same background, that kind of thing. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, that ends this video.